pressure had dropped within the cylinder, making it cold, so Howard was wearing a warm coat as he walked through the South Hub forest. Even the trees were struggling. Their brown leaves had taken the beauty out of the area. Even the grass was not as green as it once had been. Howard had built the cylinder almost 8 centuries ago, opening its doors to the people of the earth, a chance to get away from the densely urban landscapes of its innumerable cities. For a time, it was a popular destination for those looking to move world. Even after that, Howard's cylinder was always on the top 10 places to visit around Venus. That all went away after the stealth debris hit. 4 dozen holes in the hull was too much for anyone, even him. The South Hub docks were busy every day now. He could see them above, another train pulling into the terminus, loaded with passengers, taking all they could carry with them. They won't be back. There was even a crowd around the elevators ahead, queues of families laden with possessions, their faces hidden behind breathing masks, but their eyes told a tale of disappointment and fear. His own mask was not enough to disguise his identity, though. Everyone here was familiar with his face. None were angry with him. He was hardly to blame for the UNS using stealth ships, many offering condolences for the loss as he passed the waiting masses. The service elevators were closed to the public, saved for transporting goods and the occasional diplomat. But Howard had the keys to everything, and the service elevators would allow these cold people to depart swiftly. Opening the elevator doors and setting them for public access, they were soon filled and heading for the 4 meters a second of the docks, where breathing masks were essential. The air up there being intolerable to most organics, there had already been dozens of medical emergencies. People fool enough to think they will be fine, or taking them off because they're uncomfortable. Howard walked on. The next set of elevators was 10 minutes walk away, no doubt surrounded by long queues of residents, fleeing to new lives on new worlds, many choosing to stay on Venus, while others were heading for more distant shores. The South Hub trams would normally make it a 2-minute journey, but with so many people waiting to leave, they could not run. A solid line of waiting families stretched across the path he was following. Brown leaves and withered flowers marking the edge of the forest with a melancholy hue. It reminded him of old war movies from before the Pacific elevator began operation. Thousands fleeing war-torn countries in the hopes of a better life that few found. The scene was more chilling than the air. He wished they were not leaving, but some of the damage was structural, repairs estimated at 2 years. It was hardly a surprise when people started leaving. 25 million looking for the door. Less than 5 million were expected to stay, sticking it out for the day when the flowers bloom and the warm spring breeze flows through the trees. He was going to stay, manage repairs and plan for a new settlement drive. There would be plenty of homes available, and he could finally build a stadium so the basketball team could get in the league, once there was a basketball team again. The line of families finally broke, 3 minutes into the walk. A few of those at the back waiting in makeshift camps, shivering in the cold air. A vending machine cluster busy with customers, before the last of them were behind him. his heart was in tatters. It felt like the end for this oasis of entertainment. The Orissa attacks and looming threat of another war may seal the fate of this once proud community. As Howard's mind mulled over these gloomy thoughts, he sighted a row of stores, most closed, with signs to the effect of "closed until further notice" hanging in the shop windows. All except one, a small cafe, its lights casting a warm glow about it. There were even customers, free of masks, with coats unbuttoned. It was enough to draw him in.